So let's begin with best story, Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. The story begins. In a kingdom of sunshine and splendor,
where joy echoed in every valley.
The grand castle bells rang for all to hear.
But this joyous sound was a hollow echo
in the hearts of the kind king and queen.
For though their kingdom was full,
and their people were happy,
their own lives felt empty as they longed for a child to complete their happiness. After many years of silent wishes, their greatest joy finally arrived. A daughter was born.
A princess as beautiful as the dawn.
and they named her Aurora.
to celebrate, the king and queen held a grand christening.
Inviting every important person in the land.
Among the most honored guests were the 3 good fairies of the kingdom. Laura, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, who had come to bestow magical gifts upon the princess.
My sweet princess, my gift to you shall be the gift of beauty. And my gift shall be the gift of a beautiful song.
But before Merryweather could give her gift,
A sudden gust of wind blew. A flash of green lightning lit up the hall. There stood the most powerful and evil fairy in the land, Maleficent, who was furious she had not been invited.
I, too, have a gift for the child.
She raised her staff. Its green orb glowing with terrible power.
and pointed it directly at the cradle.
Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel.
And die.
With a final, echoing peal of cruel laughter, she vanished in a swirl of black and green flames,
leaving the entire court in horrified silence.
All seemed lost.
Then, the third good fairy, Merryweather, stepped forward.
Maleficent's power is great, and I cannot undo her curse completely. But I can help.
She raised her own wand, and a shower of gentle, hopeful blue sparkles drifted down over the princess.
Not in death, but in sleep, the princess shall fall. A sleep that will only be broken by true love's first kiss.
Though relieved, the king still feared the curse. He decreed that every spinning wheel in the kingdom be found and burned.
But the three good fairies knew.
That was not enough.
To protect Aurora, they devised a secret plan.
To raise her in hiding, deep within the forest.
Where Maleficent could never find her.
For 16 years.
The princess, now called Briar Rose, lived a simple and happy life in a secluded cottage.
She grew into a young woman of incredible beauty and song.
Completely unaware of her royal heritage or the terrible curse that awaited her.
One day, while singing in the woods,
her beautiful voice caught the attention
Of a handsome young man. It was Prince Philip.
To whom she had been betrothed as a baby.
Not knowing who the other was,
They instantly felt a powerful connection.
and spent the afternoon walking and dancing together.
Falling deeply in love. When will I see you again?
Oh, never.
If you come to the cottage in the glen this evening,
When Briar Rose returned to the cottage, heart full of love,
Angel. She was met with sad faces.
the fairies chose that moment to tell her the truth.
That she was a princess.
That she was already betrothed.
And that she could never see the young man from the forest again.
Betrothed? But I love him. I can't marry a prince.
That evening,
The fairies brought the heartbroken princess back to the castle.
as she sat alone in her room,
A strange green light appeared.
and a disembodied voice hypnotized her.
Aurora. Aurora. Lured by Maleficent's magic.
Aurora followed the light up a secret staircase.
To a dark tower room. There, a single, enchanted spinning wheel waited for her. In a trance, she reached out her hand.
And pricked her finger on the sharp, glowing spindle.
The curse was fulfilled. Aurora fell to the floor. In a deep, death-like slumber. to spare the king and queen the pain of losing their daughter.
The good fairies cast a powerful sleeping spell over the entire castle. So that everyone would sleep. Until the princess was awakened. As they slept, a massive, impenetrable wall of sharp, thorny vines
grew up around the entire castle,
hiding it from the world.
Meanwhile, Prince Philip was on his way to the cottage.
But he was ambushed.
And captured by Maleficent's goons.
In her dungeon, the evil fairy cruelly showed him a vision of the sleeping princess.
You will be set free in 100 years. To kiss your love when she is an old woman.
But the 3 good fairies rescued the prince,
Arming him with the magical shield of virtue.
and the sword of truth. He rode his valiant horse, Samson, to the cursed castle.
and began to hack his way.
Through the monstrous wall of thorns.
Seeing the prince was about to succeed, Maleficent appeared before him in a flash of lightning.
He rode his valiant horse, Samson,
And all the powers of H-E-L-L.
She transformed into a colossal, fire-breathing black dragon.
an epic battle raged between them. But guided by the fairies' magic, Prince Philip threw the sword of truth. It flew straight and true, striking the dragon in its heart. With a final, earth-shattering roar,
The beast fell from the cliff, vanquished forever.
the prince raced to the highest tower, where he found Princess Aurora sleeping peacefully.
He knelt beside her and gave her a gentle, loving kiss.
Slowly, Her eyes began to flutter open.
As Aurora awoke,
The sleeping spell over the castle was broken.
Welcome home, Princess Aurora.
Welcome home, darling. We've missed you so much. Oh, my darling, my sweet Aurora.
My beloved.
Daughter, my son.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Philip.
Princess Aurora and Prince Philip were married, their love having conquered even the darkest of curses.
Don't let the magic end here. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more enchanting tales.
Friends, do like and subscribe channel.
now time for a second story, Rapunzel.
A secret, a promise broken, a life stolen. But even in the highest tower, a secret, a promise broken, a life stolen.
Let's begin the story of Rapunzel.
Hello again, my friends. Today, I want to tell you a story.
About a girl with the most magnificent hair you have ever seen.
But our story begins not with the girl,
but with a husband and wife who lived in a small cottage, longing for a child.
Their little house was lovely.
But next door was a mysterious, high-walled garden
that belonged to a powerful and field enchantress.
Point named Dame Gothel. One day, the wife was looking into the garden
and saw a patch of the most delicious-looking Rapunzel lettuce.
A sudden, overwhelming craving took hold of her.
And she told her husband,
I need a child. That if she could not eat some, she would surely fade away from longing. I must have some of that Rapunzel, or I will die.
Her husband, who loved her dearly,
saw no other choice.
At night, under the cover of darkness, he bravely climbed over the high wall and stole a handful of the magical lettuce for his wife. But the next night, when he returned for more,
a shadowy figure was waiting for him.
it was Dame Gothel, her eyes glowing with fury.
How dare you steal from my garden, you thief! How dare you steal from my garden, you thief!
The man begged for his life, explaining his wife's desperate craving.
Gothel's expression turned from anger
to a cold, calculating smile.
You may take all the Rapunzel you wish, not on one condition. You must give me the child.
Your wife will soon bring into the world.
What could he do? Terrified, the man agreed. Soon after,
a beautiful baby girl was born.
But just as the new parents were celebrating, Dame Gothel appeared.
She snatched the baby from their arms.
And with a cruel laugh,
Rapunzel. She named the child Rapunzel.
disappeared.
Leaving the couple heartbroken forever.
Dame Gothel took the child
deep into a forest. To a lonely, hidden tower. With no doors and no stairs.
Only a single room at the very top with one window.
Here, Rapunzel grew up.
Seeing no one but Gothel.
Her most amazing feature was her hair,
which was as fine as spun gold.
And grew to be incredibly long and strong.
whenever Dame Gothel wanted to enter the tower.
She would stand at the bottom and call out, "Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair! So that I may climb thy golden stair."
Hearing the call.
Rapunzel would unpin her long, thick braids
and let them tumble down from the high window.
All the way to the ground below for Gothel to climb.
Years passed.
One day, a handsome prince was riding through the forest.
When he heard the most beautiful
and enchanting singing he had ever heard,
he followed the sound,
found the mysterious tower. He watched, hidden.
As Dame Gothel came.
Rapunzel,
Rapunzel, let down your hair, so that I may climb thy golden stair.
How she used the girl's magnificent hair to climb up. The next evening, the prince returned.
He stood at the bottom of the tower.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, so that I may climb thy golden stair. Rapunzel, thinking it was her mother, let down her golden braids.
You can imagine her surprise.
When a handsome young man, and not the old enchantress, climbed into her room. But the prince was kind and gentle.
And soon, Rapunzel's fear turned to love.
The prince visited her every night.
They talk, they read books, and enjoy moments. Both fall deeply in love with each other.
And they planned for her escape. But one day,
Without thinking,
Rapunzel made a terrible mistake.
as she was pulling Gothel up.
She said,
You are so much heavier.
Prince!
Huh?
You wicked child! I thought I had hidden you from the world! And still, you have deceived me!
In her fury, she grabbed a pair of sharp scissors. With two quick, cruel snips.
She cut off Rapunzel's magnificent golden hair.
Rapunzel could not believe that her hair are cut.
Then, with her dark magic, she cast the poor, weeping Rapunzel out into a desolate, lonely wilderness to fend for herself.
But the witch's revenge was not complete. That evening, when the prince came and called,
Gothel let down the severed braids of golden hair.
When the prince reached the top, he found not his love.
Rapunzel? But the evil enchantress.
Her eyes gleaming with triumph.
You came for your songbird, but the cat has got her.
And You will never see her again.
In his despair,
The prince leaped from the tower.
he was not killed, but he fell into the sharp thorns below.
Point, which blinded his eyes.
For years,
The blind prince wandered the wilderness,
Eating nothing but roots and berries.
His heart filled with sorrow.
Rapunzel. Meanwhile, Rapunzel survived. And in her solitude,
she gave birth to 2 beautiful twins, a boy and a girl.
One day, as the prince stumbled through a particularly lonely part of the wilderness,
he heard a familiar, beautiful singing voice.
he followed the sound.
Lullaby, my sweet children.
And Rapunzel, seeing her poor blind prince,
Ran to him, weeping.
as her tears of pure joy fell upon his face, a miracle happened. They healed his eyes, and his sight was restored. The prince could see his beautiful Rapunzel.
And for the first time, his 2 lovely children.
His heart filled with a happiness he thought was lost forever. He took them all back to his kingdom, where they were welcomed with a grand celebration. And there, my friends, they lived a long and happy life, their love having conquered even the cruelest of bargains. Enjoyed the story? Like, share, and subscribe for more magical tales.
Tap, tap, tap. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss my silly little stories.
Third, and the best story, Snow White.
A princess's song, a queen's jealousy, a poisoned sleep, and a love that would defy all.
Here we start the story of Snow White. Like, share, and subscribe.
In a faraway land, long ago,
The gentle queen sat by her window, sewing, as snowflakes fell softly.
She pricked her finger.
And 3 drops of blood fell onto the pristine white snow.
With a sigh, she wished for a daughter.
with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blowed,
and hair as black as ebony wood.
Her wish was granted, and a beautiful princess named Snow White was born.
Sadly, the good queen passed away.
And Snow White's father remarried.
The new queen was beautiful. But her heart was cold and full of vanity. She possessed a magic mirror. Her most prized possession, which she consulted daily. Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
My queen, you are the fairest of them all. Years passed.
And Snow White grew into a maiden of exquisite beauty.
Her kindness shone brighter than any jewel.
And her hair was like midnight, her lips like roses.
And her skin truly as white as freshly fallen snow.
One day, the vain queen,
confident as ever, stood before her mirror.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
My queen, you are fair, it is true.
But Snow White
is 1,000 times fairer than you. The queen's face contorted with rage. Her jealousy consumed her.
she called for her most trusted huntsman.
Take Snow White deep into the forest. Kill her!
And bring me back her heart as proof. The kind huntsman led Snow White.
Deep into the ancient, silent woods.
He drew his dagger.
But when he saw her pure, innocent face,
he could not bring himself to harm her.
Run, princess. Run away and never return. Snow White fled in terror.
Disappearing into the dense trees.
The huntsman, filled with relief,
quickly caught a young fawn, took its heart, and presented it to the queen as proof.
The queen, delighted, believed her cruel deed was done.
Snow White ran until she could run no more.
Lost and terrified in the dark. Whispering forest.
She finally saw a tiny light flickering in the distance.
Drawn by hope, she stumbled towards it.
she found a quaint little cottage.
Looking strangely small and inviting. Inside, everything was messy, but charming.
Seven tiny chairs.
And 7 tiny beds.
It was clear that very small people lived there.
Exhausted, Snow White
Cleaned the entire cottage.
Then she climbed onto the small beds and fell fast asleep.
as evening fell. The Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Returned home from their diamond mine.
Hi-ho, it's home from work we go.
Hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
Oh, what a day, what a day.
Hi-ho, it's home from work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho!
They were amazed to find their cottage
sparkling clean.
And even more amazed
To find a beautiful girl.
asleep in their beds.
Who is this intruder? She's...
Beautiful, Grumpy.
Snow White awoke and told them her sad story.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land,
The kind-hearted dwarfs.
Immediately took pity on her.
You may stay here, princess, if you cook for us.
So for us.
And keep our cottage neat.
Oh, thank you. I promise I will work hard and be good.
And the prince and Snow White lived happily ever after.
Back in her castle.
The queen once again stood before her magic mirror. Magic mirror on the wall,
Who is the fairest of them all?
My queen, you are fair, it is true.
But Snow White, in the dwarf's cottage,
is 1,000 times fairer than you.
The queen shrieked with fury.
She transformed herself
into an old peddler woman.
Point brewing a poisonous potion.
To lace into a beautiful corset.
One tight squeeze, and her breath will be gone.
hey ho, it's off to work we go. Goodbye.
Be careful.
Snow White, left alone in the cottage, opened the door to the old woman.
Snow White, left alone in the cottage, opened the door to the old woman.
Let me help you with this lovely new lace for your dress.
The old woman tightened the lace so fiercely.
That Snow White could not breathe.
And fell unconscious. The dwarfs returned just in time.
What's wrong, little ones? Cut the lace.
And revived her.
You must not talk to strangers.
It is too dangerous.
Undeterred. The queen brewed a new poison.
For a comb.
Disguised again. Ha, ha, ha.
She tricked Snow White into letting her brush her hair.
The moment the poisoned comb touched Snow White's head,
She fell into an unconscious sleep.
Again! The dwarfs returned!
Hurry! Something's not right.
The comb, quick! She is stirring.
She is alive.
No! It's not fair!
Instinct the stand. The queen created her most sinister plan yet.
A beautiful rosy red apple.
Half of which was filled.
With a deadly sleeping poison.
One bite, and she will sleep forever.
Now you listen here, Snow White.
Promise us you'll be careful today.
When the old woman came to the door.
This time, Snow White was warier.
But the old woman tricked her with the apple.
Delicious. Just a bite, my dear, to prove it's safe.
It's a wishing apple.
Gotcha.
Snow White took a bite.
Thought of the poisoned apple.
And instantly fell.
Into a deep, death-like sleep.
The dwarfs returned to find their beloved Snow White lifeless.
They wept for days. Oh, no. Unable to bury such beauty, they placed her in a glass coffin.
And watched over her constantly.
Many months passed. One day, a handsome prince, riding through the forest, discovered the glass coffin. He was captivated by Snow White's beauty.
Touched by her serene face.
Such beauty, even in sleep. With a heavy heart, the prince asked the dwarfs to please let her stay. If he could carry her coffin to his own kingdom. They stumbled over a tree root. The sudden jolt dislodged the piece. Figs of poisoned apple from Snow White's throat. She coughed softly, and her eyes fluttered open.
Snow White saw the prince gazing down at her.
They fell instantly in love. Recognizing each other as true soulmates.
The queen, hearing the news, rushed to the wedding feast.
Where she was forced to dance in red-hot iron shoes.
Until she died. Snow White and her prince were married amidst great joy.
And ruled their kingdom with kindness and grace for all their days. Enjoyed the story? Like, share, and subscribe for more magical tales.
Friends, do like and subscribe channel.